I have no money. That's the problem. I have minus $5,800. That's why the inseminator's not coming. He ain't getting paid. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. And welcome back to the Farm Manager 2018 Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge. Now, some of the eagle-eyed ones of you in the audience may be noticing that the farm is slightly different from the last time we were here. Slightly different. There have been some changes, you may think. We've moved some things around, we've eliminated some things, we've added some things. Well, for those in the Wee Hours Discord, you already know what happened, but for the rest of you, you deserve an explanation. I deleted over the save file of the series. Just completely deleted over it with a different save file of a completely different game that I've been playing of Farm Manager 2018. I actually have 3 Farm Manager 2018 games going. I'm having a lovely time playing this game. And the sort of side game that I've been running, I just deleted over the series recording save file. So it's gone forever. And I had a couple of thinks about what to do about that, and I actually put it up in the Discord as sort of open to suggestion. And I think the best move is what I have done, which is I have effectively rebuilt the farm. It took me a few days to do this, which is why there was a little delay between the last episode and this one. But I rebuilt the farm in effectively the same manner as to what we had without being cheaty about it in any way that I would consider to be cheaty, without, completely redoing it in a completely different format or altering anything major. Basically, everything is lined up the same way it was when we left it. I have been slightly more organized, so I was able to, well, except for this guy over here, I was able to line the hives up a little better, so things are a little bit more compact. I've made a little better use of space as I rebuilt it, but broadly, everything is back where I put it. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't make some changes as I was rebuilding the farm and playing along to get to this point. Things that I have done. The silage container thing is gone because I did not know, and I'm surprised nobody picked up on this in the comments. The silage container thing is not for storage, it's for production. It's a production unit, not a storage unit. Silage is very easily stored in these barns. I didn't need a silage thing to store silage, so, no reason to have it, no reason for it to be there. I have, again, made a little better use of space, so things are a little bit more compact. I think I've gotten, a little bit more bang for my buck in terms of the land. Obviously, I got the 3 chicken coops back up, and I did not do the revolving door issue with the chickens. We've established by now that breeding and selling chickens is technically profitable, so I didn't gut the chickens, put them back in, gut the chickens, put them back in, as we did several times. The chickens have been here since day one. Other things that I have done all the same training that we did in the first part of the series. However, I did them in slightly different order. So, for instance, many of these buildings in the back lot here cost me a little bit less because I did the training that reduces the price of the buildings a little bit earlier. So that didn't really help me with these front buildings, but in the back lot here, many of these buildings cost me 10% less. And of course, one of the major things I've done is be way more frugal in hiring my employees. So my overall wages are down on a month-to-month basis. I've been a little more discerning and frugal about who's going to work on the Wee Hours farm. The other thing that I did that you can see, flashing up in the top here is I turned off the auto inseminator, or rather, I never turned it on. So my animals are ready for breeding. All right, show me. Yep, okay, you're actually waiting for the inseminator. Who else? Who else is, you're waiting? All right, you're all waiting for the inseminator. Apparently, before I started recording, I actually set the inseminator on, because the auto inseminator is just a convenience fee. That's all it is. It's just a convenience fee. There's no particular reason I can't just click on it and call the inseminator. I'm just being lazy. And doing that for the coops and the cow sheds, And the sheep and goats down here probably saved me about 10,000 by just not turning on the auto-inseminator. So we are broadly back to where we were, and I hope that you do not consider this to be cheaty. I think what I've done is just taken some valuable lessons from the first part of the series, worked them into this, and put us broadly back where we were. We're all making the same things. We're making a bunch of honey. We're making a bunch of cheese. All of those things are still happening. Sheeps and the goats are down here. And I even got the correct numbers. Two pens of goats, 2 pens of sheep. I tried as best as possible to replicate the old farm. But here we go. And we're ready to kick back into the Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge. And the cows are ready for breeding. Good. Cows equals money. They don't breed nearly as quickly as the chickens, but when they do, it's absolutely worth it. Let's see how the cheese production is going. Obviously, as we can tell, since I have the cheese processing plant and whatnot, we did still take out the $200,000 loan, so we are still $200,000 in debt. Oh, somebody else is ready for breeding. It's more chickens. What a surprise. Yes, call the inseminator. Yeah, the amount of money that I saved by not ticking off the auto-inseminator, I can totally just click on get the inseminator there. Low amount of food and animals building. There's something else that I did that I forgot to tell you guys about. Let's slow this down a little bit here. Slow this down. I didn't buy as much upfront food for the animals as I did initially. So I kind of went a little over the top when I was buying food in the first part of this series. What is low? Nothing for the cows. Is it something for the chickens? So I didn't buy as much upfront food. I figured, when they get hungry, they'll let me know. And indeed they have. I just should have hit show rather than, show. Oh, it's for the sheep. Okay, well, what are you allowed to eat? What's your problem? You got tons of food. You got crops and wheat and oat, corn, silage. The only thing you're missing is potatoes. What is your problem? Okay, show me the chickens. Yes, call the inseminator for the chickens. Well, what do you want? Do you want potatoes? I don't really want to give you potatoes if I can avoid it. All right, well, let's buy the animals some food. Let's sell what we've got. It looks like we got a decent bit of honey we could be getting rid of here. Yeah, sell all that cow's milk. They'll make more. It's fine. And sell all that honey. That's 2,600 right there. That's not nothing. And sell all of those eggs. Yes, all the eggs, please. All right, let's buy some food. I guess I'll buy some potatoes for them if they're that fussy. Yeah, potatoes are not inexpensive. I mean, they're not hugely expensive, but they're not completely inexpensive. So you can have 500 kilograms of potatoes. You better make it last, because I'm not getting you a lot more. Let's just get some generic crops, because lots and lots of animals will eat crops. So let's get 1,000 of crops. That'll be good. Hopefully that'll keep the sheep happy, at least for the immediate time being. It'll take a day or so for that to get delivered, but that's fine. We are not doing any training right at this exact second, because what is very, very similar to the first part of the series is we don't have a heck of a lot of money. We're down to 14K, and I don't want to go blowing it all on training if I can help it, because the hardest part of taking out that loan is going to be getting through the first few months of the loan repayment. And then, we've got some more milk and cheese and whatnot coming in. That'll be a lot better. But I think the first few months are going to be the hardest. Speaking of more money coming in, where are we at with the chickens? You've got 23. You only have 17. You're waiting for the inseminator. And, you've got 30 out of 30. Great. Sell off about a bunch of those. Yep. My tactic with the chickens has been to sell about half of them when the buildings are maxed out, when the coops are maxed out. Who's ready for breeding? Oh, the goats. Yes, absolutely. Let's get some more goats on the property. And how is your food doing? You seem to be fine. You're not fussy about the pears. I don't know why the sheep are fussy about the potatoes. But the little your animals are hungry thing has gone away, so that's probably a good sign. Beekeeping huts are all doing well. And how many cows are we looking at? We've got 5 in that pen. Still only 3 in that one. Still only 3 in that one. When I was rebuilding this, obviously I was able to move a little bit quicker on it because I knew exactly what I was trying to build, rather than sort of putting it down slapdash when I was first playing the first part of the series. So we've also probably kind of dialed back time a little bit. This is probably a little earlier in the game than you may remember. More time may have passed, but we've kind of dialed it back a little bit because I was a little more efficient building this all back up. Now, here's a question I don't have an answer for with the inseminator. Is there one inseminator working in this town? And by town, I mean whatever, mythological land that this farm is connected to. Or, for instance, I just had 4 please call the inseminator alerts pop up at once. Is the inseminator coming in and then leaving and then coming back? Or is he coming in, banging out all 4 of them, pun fully intended, and then leaving? Or, yeah, I know I failed a deadline. Oh, chickens need the inseminator. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I had no intention of doing that contract anyway, so that's totally okay. Let's call the inseminator for these ones. Why are you not letting me call the inseminator? That's a little weird. Little glitch there, little something. Yeah. Yeah, you're not letting me call the inseminator. Not quite sure what's up with that. Please don't make me gut that chicken coop and start all over again. I'm done with the revolving door chickens. Or are there multiple inseminators in this town/village that all come at once? I don't know the answer to that question. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Okay, now who? These chickens. Yeah, I'm on a flat out, oh, I have no money. That's the problem. I have minus $5,800. That's why the inseminator's not coming. He ain't getting paid. Okay, I should keep, well, that's a loan payment that just happened. Just sell everything. Sell absolutely everything that we own, including probably some chickens. Cow cheese, yes, that'll get a decent price. There's 3,200 right there. 171 units of honey. There's another 3,000 right there. Perfect. Okay, at least we're in the black, technically. There's nothing else to sell. I have nothing else at all to sell. Okay, who needed the inseminator? Let me do the chickens as a priority because they breed really quickly and we can just sell them. How many chickens do you have in here? 27 out of 30? Let's sell a bunch of those before we call the inseminator. Sell that many, please. Yep, sell that many. And then, oh, now you don't need the inseminator. Sorry. I guess I killed the breeding pairs. Oh, well, things had to happen. We've already got some honey back in. That's good. Not so much on the cheese, and I wonder if I should really be splitting my forces as much as I am. Oh, good. They're ready for breeding again already. Fantastic. Wait, these are randy chickens. Holy moly, they are just going at it. I'm wondering if I should be splitting my forces trying to make 3 different types of cheese at once, or if it would just be smarter to focus on 1 or 2. I'm not really sure. I mean, the goats and the sheep don't produce milk as quickly as the cows. I should also, if we ever have any extra money, that'll be a laugh, look at bumping up the skill rate of the employees here because they could be making more of this. What are your skill levels at? Yeah, I've got 2 people at 4 out of 5. So, yeah, if we bump those both up to 5 out of 5, that's going to do us a little better in terms of how much we're going to be producing. Not a heck of a lot else I can do until we have more things to sell, although my animals are sick. No, I'm not really sure I can afford the vet. Please take care of I think those are goats. Are those goats? Yes, please don't let the goats die. They give goat's milk, which makes goat's cheese, and goat's cheese is pretty profitable. I need to sell. Sell. I can't afford to be holding on to anything. We just need to keep our head above water. I knew these first few months after the loan were going to be a little sticky, and they certainly are. All right, I'll deal with the animals in a second. Actually, don't sell all of that cow's milk, because I'm sure the cheese place needs more if they haven't taken it already. Just sell 500 units of that and sell all of these eggs. Boy, we are making a bunch of eggs. There's nothing wrong with that. Sell the cow cheese. Sell everything. Sell. All right, that brings us up to 8,200. Is it the chickens? What a shock. It's the chickens, yes. Inseminate the chickens, please. Super quickly. I need more chickens so I can sell more chickens. And you get yourselves inseminated. It's a party at the chicken coop, and everyone's invited. Well, mostly just chickens, actually. It's just a chicken party. And sheep. Speaking of full pens, 10 out of 15 there. I did kind of just put these up. I don't even think we've had the inseminator over there. How about the goats? Could we maybe sell some goats? That's 12 out of 15. Only get 200 for selling one of those. Who's ready for breeding? Oh, speak of the devil, it's the sheep. All right, well, get me some more sheep then. And how many was in this pen? That is also 12 out of 15. All right, I know I bought 10, so we're certainly producing some more goats, which is good. I'm certainly expecting that the chickens will need breeding momentarily, so I'm just going to kind of hover around them. Now, you look like you've got a lot of chickens. How many? Oh, you got 30 out of 30, yeah. Sell half. Sell half. Just dump them. Absolutely. It's all money. It's all money. You already need more. Okay. More chickens here. Dear Lord. I'm wondering if the smartest move when we have the money to do it would be another chicken coop. I mean, it's very, very low money, but boy, is it consistent. It is just all the time with the chickens. That's not what I wanted to click on. I wanted to click on this. Anything that we could be selling. Oh, animals are ready for breeding already. It's the chickens. It's the chickens. Yes, I know the auto inseminator would be so much easier. You know what? We can't afford it. We can't afford to be doing that. Cow's milk. Boy, we have a ton of cow's milk. Sell another 500 of that. Just keep some around just in case the cheese place needs it. You know what? Even sell this wool. I don't even care. Just sell the wool. It's almost 1,000 just for that. Sell all of that honey, please. And sell all of those eggs. It's the only thing I got apart from actually selling the chickens. Goat cheese. We produced some of that. There's a quick 1,200. See, we're already back up to 14, but we need to get higher than that because the loan payment's going to come around. Plus wages and upkeep and whatnot. Is it chickens? It's chickens! And we'll be right back in the red again. Right back in the red. But we're managing. We're keeping our head above water. I certainly feel that in reconstructing this farm, I certainly haven't done anything cheaty enough to make my life any easier. Is it chickens? Oh, no, it's actually goats. Oh, okay, yeah. Give me some more goats. Give me some more goats. More goats means more goat's milk, which means more goat's cheese, which is a pretty good thing to be selling. And how are we on, like, food for the animals? Crops, straw, silage, grass, that's all fine. That's all generic things they can be. That's what I'm producing. Although it does have the apples. Still 300 kilograms of apples. I think it's the goats that are into apples. Well, we are producing some manure. We've got 1,400 kilograms of manure that, you know what, we have absolutely no use for. No reason to keep that manure on hand. Just go ahead and sell all of it. You know what, for 287 farm dollars, I'll take it. I will take it. All right, we're up to 18K. I just did another round of selling there, and the inseminator is coming for the goats, which is even better news again. And one of the sheep, which is fantastic. I think with 18K, I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble on putting down another beekeeping area, beekeeping hut. It's pushing it a little because the bees obviously don't produce in the winter, but we're only in August. We'll get some decent beekeeping, honey-making time out of these guys before they go into hibernation. So if we can squeeze out a little more honey in the next, I forget when winter technically hits. I think it's December in this game. Although the bees might go away in November. I'm not 100% sure, but sometime in November, December, we'll still get a solid, I think, 3 months of honey production before they're going to go into hibernation. And, oh, yes, more chickens, please. Absolutely. Speaking of chickens, has anyone got a full coop here? Definitely not you, because I just sold a bunch of you. You do. Yep, you do. That means half of you go to the grocery store, I'm sure. You're going to end up on somebody's plate. So, yeah, I think going with another beekeeping area, hut, house, whatever, is not the worst idea in the world. We can get 3 solid months of beekeeping out of them. Honey out of the bees is what I really mean to say. And then they'll go away for the winter, but they'll be back in the spring. Let's start looking at an employee for that. Oh, that house is full. Where's my other house? Yeah, I put that down here. Okay. So who is cheap and reasonably good at bees? Oh, you're 5 out of 5 for 503. That's actually a very reasonable wage for your skill level. I very much doubt anyone is going to beat that, but I'm just going to go down the list real quick. Yeah, see, you're 1 out of 5 for 539. You have no beekeeping skill, and you want 512. You are pretty good with cows, though, so that's not the, I'm not really slamming you there, Ellen Wilkinson. You have cow skill, but I wouldn't go advertising that you've got 0 out of 5 skill with bees. I need people who are a little more skilled with bees. Thank you. Yeah, nobody's beaten that. Nobody is beating that. Eliza Cook, 5 out of 5 at 503. I think that's a very, very fair wage for that skill level, so I'm going to hire her. And they are cooking on the building of that. Good. Oh, somebody needs to be bred. Oh, you're already waiting for the inseminator. Good. Fantastic. Excellent. Still at 17K. That's not bad. I kind of want the next loan payment to hit and then get a feel for where we're at. And then I'd like to think about putting another training thing on. Ideally, something that would either increase our rate of production or increase our speed of production, so we're either getting more stuff or we're getting stuff faster, or the continuing down the line of the one that will overall reduce our bills. Because anything we can do to reduce cost is just money in the bank. Go ahead and sell all that cow's milk for me, if you could, please. And sell all that cow's cheese, please. And actually, after this, I have another thought. Honey, not so much honey. Not so much honey. That's okay, though. And sell the eggs. That's fine. And my other thought was, because we're up to 21K, let's just be a little smart about this and affect our overall long-term goals and bump up one of these guys to 5 out of 5. So Aaron Jones, it's going to cost us $1,800 to get you maxed out on manufacturing. That's an investment as far as I'm concerned. That's an investment. Okay, the new beekeeper house is done. Let's get some hives going there. Yep, I will buy those. And this isn't going to exactly cost me nothing here, but, well, it is what it is. It's all for the farm. It's all for the farm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, did I not space it out correctly? Darn it, that's annoying. I'm just not good at hives. That's all there is to it. I'm just not really skilled at hive placement. I don't have the right eye for it. I'd probably be a terrible beekeeper. But there we go. Close enough. Close enough. And let's get someone working there. Where's... Oh, no, not you. Yes, you, Eliza, 5 out of 5 at 503. You're my favorite employee right now. High skill level, reasonable wages. You are my favorite employee. Now, the first cow shed that I put up here is actually full of cows. There are 6 out of 6 cows there. So I don't think it's going to be the worst thing in the world if we sell a couple of them off, because we're not going to breed anymore unless there's room for them. And those things are $20.80 a pop. That's $4,000 just to sell a couple of cows, and we'll make more. Now, I know in the short term that will affect how much milk we're getting, but I feel that's a short-term problem for, 4K. How many are in here? 5 out of 6. Okay, that's fair. And then the rest of these should all still be at 3s, because I kind of in a weird way just put them up. Speaking of selling animals, you've got 14 out of 15 goats. What if we didn't have 14? What if we said we had 10? Again, short-term problem of slightly lower milk production, but money. Just money. I don't think the sheep are really filling up the pen. Actually, they're up to 12 out of 15, and I started with 10, so we're making more sheep. Oh, speaking of breeding, no surprise, chickens need to be bred. You're 27 out of 30. All right, we'll sell some of you off soon enough. How's this coop doing? 20 out of 30. Oh, not as many as I thought. Okay. These two will be ready to sell off once that inseminator is done. We'll be able to clear out half of that coop and get some of our money back from them now that we understand that selling chickens is technically profitable. Not a lot of money, but it's regular money. Boy, we have we may have slightly reduced the cow's milk, but not that much. Why don't you sell 450 units of that, please? Yes, do that for me. And then sell all of this honey. Thank you. Sure, sell the eggs. Go for it. Oh, goat's cheese. We finally got some more of that back in. Yes, sell that. And sell the cow cheese. I am mildly concerned that I haven't seen any sheep cheese yet. I know sheep cheese takes, the sheep don't make milk very often, but I have yet to see any production of sheep cheese. And it's checked off. They can take as much sheep's milk as they want. Oh, I think they literally just did. I think they actually, as I was complaining about it, I think they just made some. So, good job, guys. Good job, because that just ticked over. Are we still waiting for the inseminator? Yes, we are. I'm just waiting to sell a bunch of chickens here. I am waiting by the gate for the inseminator to come in so I can sell half of this pen off. There you are. Go do your inseminating thing. Yes. Wow. That was kind of intimate with the chickens there. Yes, inseminate that one too, because then I can sell a bunch of these. Who else is ready for breeding? Oh, the cows. Speak of the devil. Yes, absolutely call the inseminator for those guys. All right, we're up to 30K. That's not too bad. I want to see what happens after the next loan payment, but we've been in worse positions. Oh, we were in worse positions earlier in the episode. Let's see if there's any inexpensive training we could be doing. And by inexpensive, I don't want to spend more than, say, 5,000, and I'd actually love to find something in the 2,000 range. Well, for 2,000, we could reduce our bills by 5%. That's money in the bank. That's training that will eventually pay for itself. We could reduce the price of buildings further by 30%. That's good, but we've already taken 2 ranks of that, so we're fine on that for right now. Minimum price of products up by 10%. That's good. I do like that one because that just means we're making more money, period, on every single thing that we sell, even the eggs. I wonder if that affects the price of animals. Probably not. I mean, it says products and crops. It doesn't say also selling animals. So, no, probably not. We could take training and banking, too, in case we need a bigger loan. And the rest of these. Okay, rate of production up by 10%. That's one of the things that I wanted to do. It's 5,000. That's not a small amount of money. I think I'm a little torn between the maximum price of products up by 5% for 3,000 or bills down by 5% for 2,000. And that's the one I'm going to do. I'm going to take the 2,000 to reduce our bills by 5% because, again, that's just money in the bank. That's something that will pay for itself. Yes, please inseminate the chickens. Please inseminate the chickens. You're 30 out of 30. That means half of you are going to somebody's dinner table. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for playing. Don't forget to play the home game. And you are also at 30 out of 30. So a bunch of you guys can go away. There we go. There we go. That did not pay for the training, but it helped to take the sting out of the training. We just do a real quick round of selling here. What are we sitting on a bunch of? Once again, cow's milk. Yeah, sell like 450 of those. I'm just keeping a little bit around just in case they haven't grabbed some for the cheese place. Yeah, sell that. Sell that honey. Absolutely. Now, this paid for the training. Goat's milk. No, keep the goat's milk because, goat's cheese. When is that going off? The 7th of the 9th? Yeah, we've got almost 2 weeks on that. That's okay. You can just hold on to that. That's fine. All right. Well, we're back at the Wee Hours farm. Again, slightly different, and I hope you folks don't think that was a cheaty way of doing that. I thought the best thing I could do after being a dope and, saving over the save file was to basically rebuild it in much the same way that it was. And certainly in terms of the money we're making, I certainly haven't given myself any advantages here. It's struggling just as much as it used to, but with 30K in the bank, I'm not too bad. I think we can make a go of this. And I had a thought to just say, oh, well, I deleted the save file. I'll do a little explanation video, and that'll be the end of it. And people will know I'm a dope, and Farm Manager will go away. But I really am enjoying this challenge, and I want to see if I can finish it through to the end and do the $1 million challenge by growing no crops at all. So we'll see if we can do that in the next episode, and we'll continue it along. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.